Hello everyone, good afternoon everyone. So in this session I'll be discussing some of the important features of PowerPoint which you may not be knowing. So let me first share my screen.
मैडम हमारे यहाँ पे कुछ लोग हो सकता है मे बी few percentage of participant may not be even aware of some basic features also. We start from there.
Okay,
है ना?
sir.
थोड़ा सा introduction
No
लेते
problem.
हैं.
I'll
Then we
start
can
with the
go.
basics. I'll
Yeah,
start with the
thank you,
basics.
ma'am.
Right. Okay. So to start with, as sir told me that we need to start with the basics. So whenever you open a PowerPoint presentation, you'll see one slide like this. To add further slides, we can click over here. I hope you are able to see my screen. So this new slide option is there. When we click on this option, yeah, you'll be able to see that there are various options to select new slide, like what type of slide you want. So if you want title slide, which is already there on the screen, so I think we usually require one title slide in our PowerPoint presentation. So we are not going to select this kind of slide again. So title slide is just when you want to present the title of your whole PowerPoint presentation. It is required when you want to present the title of your presentation. So this is the title slide which we are able to see. So here you type your title of the presentation and then the person name who is going to present the this PPT, right? So this is required usually once. Then next slide is title and content. You can see. So usually the next slide is title and content slide. So you can see here we are going to write the title of our next slide. Like usually we introduce our topic in the first slide. So like you can say introduction to cloud computing. If you are talking about cloud computing, you can say introduction to cloud computing, right? So here you are going to write the title of your slide, and further you are going to write the definition or whatever you want to talk about cloud computing, you can write in points, right? So like it's a pay-per-use model and all. So whatever features you want to mention, you can mention in point wise over here. So you can see by pressing new slide, we are having different types of slides. Like if you want a slide where you want to add some kind of picture, and in addition to that you want to explain that picture, then you add this kind of slide which is called as to content slide. Or comparison slide is also there, where you can compare the two topics, right? Let's say I want to compare cloud computing with some other computing techniques, then I can click on comparison part and I can compare the features of two technologies, right? So in this case, this two content slide, I have clicked on two content slide. So here what I can do is I can add some kind of picture over here, and I can add some content over here. So that gives me a brief overview about like if I am talking about cloud computing and I want to discuss some aspects of cloud computing. So what I can do is I can write the topic here, I can write the content over here, and if I want to display some picture related to this content, I can add over here. I can add anything over here. It can be an online picture, it can be video. Like you can see here, so many icons are coming up. If I click on online picture, we can add a picture by searching on this Bing search engine, or if it's there in your OneDrive, so you can browse it from there also. You want to add some table, then you can also add some table over here by clicking on this thing. This is to create a table, this is to create a chart. If you want to add some kind of chart over here, that can also be added over here. And this is to add a smart art graphic, like you want to display some kind of list. So if you click over here, some kind of list will be displayed like this, right? this you can display over here. Here you can add text, and here you can add some kind of picture. So text is just clicking and typing something, so that text will be added over here. Here you can add some kind of picture, right? So this is for the picture and this is for the text, right? So next we can add pictures from our saved pictures also. Like here you can see in C drive users, and further the username is given to me, like this will be the username in which I am working right now. Under that there is a folder pictures. You can see this is available under this PC with the name of pictures folder. So in pictures folder usually our photographs, our pictures are saved. So from there also you can pick a picture and you can insert over here, and you can talk about that picture or content over here by typing here only, right? So this is how we can build a simple slide, right? But if you want to insert some specific, you want to give some specific design to your template, then what you can do is you can click on the design part, design menu, right? You click on the design menu, right? So here you can see different types of themes are there, and as per your requirements, as per your convenience, and as per your interest, you can click on any of the themes. Like this is there. So if I click on this theme, then also we are having various options to change the color, the background of this particular design. Let's say I chose this one, right? This one I choose. So here you can see that on this particular design itself, I can change the color by clicking over here, right? One thing is font. If you want to change the font, like here if I click, you can see that various font families are available to us. So if you want to change the font family, like earlier it was, let's say, Calibri, and you don't like the Calibri font, you want to change it to Arial, you want to change it to Canberra, so you can change the fonts from here by clicking this thing, and here various font options are available to you, right? Then effects can also be changed, like how your slides comes out. So after one slide, how your slides comes out. So there are various options through which you can change the way the effects of the slides, right? Then background styles is quite important. You can set the, you can change the format of your background. It's available from here also. I'll show you, like if I click on format background, so I am available with various options. Recently what you are able to see is gradient option, right? Gradient option, that is a shading kind of option where some light shades are there, some dark shades are there. So let's say I want to change the shades, so I have to go to this place, gradient stops, and here also if I want to change the portion where grading is coming up, so you can shift these tops, right? You can shift these tops and you'll be able to see the change in shading over this slide. Moreover, I can change the color also. Like now I have selected this gradient stop, and I want that the color displayed by this gradient stop, that means this color, this half portion color, if I want to change it to some let's say this color, so it will become wherever this gradient stop is playing a role, it will change it to the orange color, whatever I have selected over here, right? And then brightness can also be increased by this feature. Position you can see, like how can, if I change the position, what kind of effect it is showing over here. Yeah, what kind of effect it is showing over here. Now it's visible, right? The circle is, if I reduce the position, the circle is narrowing down, right? So position means it will be narrowing down this gradient stop position, right? And I can also add one more gradient by clicking over here. It will add the gradient, and I can add another color also, right? So this gradient is whatever gradient I'm selecting, and the color is representing that gradient only. So whatever color I'm selecting here, it will represent the selected gradient. So accordingly the color will be changed in the slide, right? Then you can change the radial, this gradient type, like it is now in the radial shape, circular shape. It can be changed from radial to linear as well. It can be changed to rectangular as well. So you can try these various options to change the gradient types, right? Then direction can be changed. You here you can see various options are there. Using these options you can change the direction of the gradient colors as well, right? Then in addition to gradient we can have pattern fill also. So pattern fill options are available over here. So as per your interest, as per your requirement, you can select any type of pattern as well. And if you want to hide background graphics, that is also possible by selecting this one. So this will hide any kind of background graphics. You're able to see earlier this kind of things were there. So if I hide background graphics, all these things are hidden out, right? So if I want, they have come back, right? So pattern I don't want, I want gradient fill. So this kind of option is available. So this is available, all these formatting background options are available by clicking on this option, format background, right? So colors you can change, background colors you can change whether you want to fill solid colors, whether you want to fill gradient colors, or whether you want some kind of pattern in the background. All this is available under the format background option. And if you want to change the design, you don't like this kind of design, various themes are available over here. You can go ahead with any kind of theme which is uh, basically which suits your presentation, right? So this was about the design. Then I come to insert part. Under insert option, uh, one is shapes. So if you want to add specific kind of a shape, like rectangle is required, or some text box is required, some arrows are required. So these are the various shapes available to you which you can add to your presentation by clicking on the insert shapes option, right? Then smart art, I have already told you that if you want something to be displayed in the form of a list, you can click over here and you can click list, and you can add into this as per your needs. Then only not only list you can add some kind of process to your presentation by clicking over this type of process will be available to you. Hierarchical, if you want some content to be arranged in a hierarchical way, like you want to tell somebody that the types of cloud computing or types of computing techniques or types of graphics. So you can write here types, and further you can add the types, like two types are there. If you want to add more types, then you can click over here, you can add shape after this one. So three types will be available to you, right? Similarly over here, if you want to add this kind of container, one more container, just click on add shape after, add shape before, add shape above, and various options are available to you. So this is when you want to put some hierarchical content in your presentation. So this thing is available to you, right? Then again we come to smart art, because this is quite important. Then relationship kind of content, if you are having some this type of content in where you want to show relationship between the different items, then this is available to you, right? This kind of shape is available to you. Then matrix content, you can show in this way. Pyramids are also available to you. Picture, uh, then pictures are available to you. Okay, then we come to chart. If you want to add some kind of chart, line chart, pie chart, bar chart, then you can click on chart option, and accordingly you can add the charts over here, right? These charts will be available to you, and whatever data you'll enter with respect to this chart, it will be displayed in this pie chart, right? Then we come to online pictures can also be added. I just shown to you that this is actually a search engine. So whatever you type here, whatever kind of picture you want to add, you just write here, and those kinds of pictures will be displayed. You can select as per your requirement, whatever picture you like, right? OneDrive is actually, it's a drive available in Microsoft. If you have put some photos in OneDrive, you have an account on OneDrive, then only the pictures will be available in OneDrive. So this is the way we can add pictures online. But if you are having pictures on your desktop only or laptop only, then you can click here pictures. They are available in your folder. Just click on a specific picture and click on insert. So picture will be added to your PPT, right? Then again we come to insert. This is to add a table into your slide. So let's add a new slide. Just new slide, title and content. Then new slide, insert table. So you can add table. Like I have added a table with 2 columns and 3 rows. When you select this table, so you will get various options to change the design of this table. This kind of table is available, this kind of design is available. So various designs are available to you. You can select as per your choice. And then further also you can change, you can, you are having various options for selecting the borders, whether you want a border. So if you don't want any border, you select no border option. If you want this kind of border, you select outside borders option. So various kinds of options related to borders are also available. Then if you want to change the color of this table, you can click on shading part. Then effects can be there, like cells. You can change the cell view. So if you select this one, your cell will be like this only. Shadow will be there. So just a minute. Let's say we are having this kind of table, and we want to have these kinds of cells. So this will be available over here. You can see that the cell design has been changed. Maybe it is not visible due to this color, but it has changed somehow. It will be visible from here only, right? Then you can also draw a table using pen. This specifies the pen color. Then width of the line. Eraser you can use while drawing the table. Then these are the quick styles you can add to your presentation. This belongs to word art actually, right? Then we come to you can also add a text box. Just in insert option, there is an option to add the text box. Click on the text box and we'll be able to add a text box, right? You can write any content in this, right? And then header and footer. If you want to get some kind of header and footer in your presentation where you want to show date and time on your slide, you can click on date and time. It will be available on your slide, like it has been shown in the preview part also. If you want to show the slide number also, click on the slide number. If you want to show some kind of footer, like you want to show your name, or you want to show that this is chapter 1, so we can put chapter 1. Then apply, or whether you want to apply this thing to the current slide or to all the slides. So if you click on apply, it will be added to the current slide only, and if you click on apply to all, it will be added to all the slides. So for the time being, I click on apply only, so it will be added to current slide only. You can see footer is coming out as chapter 1, date is added, and the slide number is also coming over here, right? Then Next is, this is just again date and time addition, slide number addition. This is if you want to add some kind of mathematical equation in the slide, you click over here, and further you'll get a menu related to the equation, and you can add any type of equation. This is to add some kind of symbols which are not generally available, so it makes you available different kinds of symbols, right? You can go through these symbols, and whatever is required in your presentation, you can just click on that symbol and you can click on insert. It will be added to your presentation. Just a minute. So let's say I want to add it here. Click on symbol, whatever symbol you want to add, you click over here, it will be added over here. Click on this, it will be added over here, right? So in this way we can add various symbols to our presentation. Next is if you want to add some kind of video to your presentation, you can click over here. If you want to download the video from internet, click on online video. If the video is available on your PC, click on video on my PC, and wherever it is available, like it's available on your desktop in downloads folder. So wherever it is available, just click on that and click on insert. So it will be added to your presentation. It will be added to the specific slide where you have added your video. In the same way, if you are having some audio content, you can add audio content to a particular slide also. Another important thing is screen recording. Let's say you want to do some kind of screen recording, then you click over here, screen recording, and first of all, it will be asking you to select the area, right? Whether you want full screen to be recorded or whether you want some portion of the screen to be recorded. Let's say I want this portion of the screen to be recorded. Then whether you want the audio to be recorded, whatever you are saying while presenting, while discussing this thing, then you click on audio part. So audio will be selected. And if you want to capture your mouse pointer also while recording, so that this will also be recorded, so click on this option and then click on record. So this will be recorded. So whatever I'll be saying over here, that is going to be recorded, right? And if I want to stop the recording, just press Windows logo, Shift and Q. So that will stop the recording. So let's come back to our presentation. Right. So as you can see, whatever I have recorded, it has come here, and I can show you. See, so whatever I recorded just now, the recording is prepared and it has been put to my slides, right? I hope it's clear to you. So it was quite useful tool. What I did, I hope it was understood by you. What I did is I clicked on screen recording, right? I selected the area, and then I clicked on audio, I clicked on record pointer so that my audio gets recorded, my mouse pointer gets recorded. Just click on record, and whatever you'll say, whatever you'll do on your screen in the selected area, it will get recorded. And to stop the recording, you have to press Windows logo plus Shift plus Q, or you can stop recording from here also, right? So this is understood, and this recording will be available on your current PowerPoint slide, right? Then we come to screenshot option. Inserting screenshot option is also available to you, right? Like if you want to take if you want to put some screenshot which are already available on your system, then you can just click on screenshot and click on the screenshot which is already there. It will be added to your current slide. But if you want to click the screenshot just now, then you click on screen clipping, and let's say I took screenshot of this section, then it will be this screenshot which I just took, it will be added to your current PowerPoint slide, right? Then so we have discussed about all the points. Yeah, insert comment option is there, insert hyperlink option is there. Let's say you want to add a hyperlink over here, you can click on hyperlink, and whatever hyperlink you want to add, um, so you can write the address where we'll go after clicking this hyperlink, right? Existing, create new document. Place in this document. Place in this document means, let's say you are on slide 1 and you want to go to slide 4. So you'll go to slide 4 on clicking this particular hyperlink, and this will be the text which will be displayed over the screen, right? So this is how we insert the hyperlinks, right? Look into the desktop. Let's say I click on this one. So okay, just so text. Yeah, over here only, let's say I type some text and I say this should become a hyperlink, and when I click over here it should go to this option, right? So let's go to this. This has become a hyperlink, and when I click on this, whatever address you are, whatever address is being shown over here, it will go to that part. D drive, desktop, cloud pad. So yes, D drive, desktop, cloud pad. So this is how we can create hyperlinks, right? Okay. Then comment can also be added. Let's say you are seeing some presentation of your students, and you are finding that some things needs to be corrected. Then you can add the comments and send that presentation to the student with those comments, and he'll see the comments. He can modify the presentation as per your comments. So that can also be done. Then we come to design portion. Design, okay, we have done design. Then we come to transitions. So this is to change the way the slides transition. Like normally you see, when I click on, just a minute, when, let's say I'm on this slide only, and when I click next slide by pressing down arrow, it is, the next slide is coming simply after the first slide. But if you want to change the way the next slide comes, you can choose any of these options. Let's say I select this slide and I say that it should come in the push way, right? So now let's see how it works. Yes, so let's start from the first slide. Yeah, this is my first slide. Now this is the way next slide is coming up. So this is the slide transitioning. This we say slide transitioning. So we have changed the way the slide transitioning, right? So as I applied to this, cut option or whatever option I selected to the current slide only, so the way transition was happening is only applied to that slide only, right? If I say, let's say vibe, just a minute. Okay, I can select for all also. Yeah, there are so many options available to you. You can select any option like fade, push. Push I selected now. Yeah, so I can apply to all. Let's see. Yeah, so this has been applied to all the slides, right? If I don't click on apply to all, it will be applied to current slide only, right? So effect options are also there, whether you want to move the slide from bottom to up, from top to bottom, or from left to right, or from right to left. So that you can also select. Then whether you want to put some kind of sound, whether you want to add some kind of sound to your slides when they come up. Let's say I add applause sound. So whenever I move the slide, whenever I move from one slide to another, this kind of sound will come, right? Let's try. See, so we can also add some kind of sound to your slides, right? And usually what we do is we move to next slide by clicking our mouse, right? So what we can do is we can change this option to after. So what happens is now if we select this option, now we need not click on the mouse to change to the next slide. If we select some time, let's say 5 seconds or 6 seconds, automatically the next slide will come after 6 seconds, right? Again, apply to all. If we apply to all, then all the slides will come after 6 seconds, right? So there is a gap of 6 seconds between transitioning to different slides, right? So this is how we can do automatic transition of slides. Then we come to animation part. So let's delete this one. Comment also we delete. Okay. Now let's say I add some content, right? And I want to appear it in a different way. So what I can do is I can select this content and I can select any animation option like shape. So now whenever I will start the slideshow, this content will appear like this. I can change any animation option from here. So then effect options are there, like you want this to appear from out to in or in to out in a circular way. Let's say I want it to appear in a circular way. So it will appear in a circular way. Or whether in a form of a box, right? Diamond. So this will be there. And animation pane can also come out. What is the use of animation panes? Let's say I add some more content. So this will come, feature will come first, then content will come, then another thing will come. But if I want to change their sequence, I want this to come first and this to come afterwards, I can also change this one. I can select here, I can say start with previous or start after previous, or I can change the timings of this option. Let's say I say start with previous, so they'll start at the same time. Let's see. Let me first remove the sound. Okay, now we continue to this slide. Okay, yeah, so they come at the same time. You see, they are coming at the same time, right? If I say start after previous, so you see, first the feature will come, then the content will come. So you can change the sequence, the way they are appearing on the slide during slideshow, right? Other options are effect options, timing, and then we can move it to, we can remove it also, or we can put it also here. That means this will be displayed first and then feature will be displayed. So we can change their order also, like now content will appear first and then feature will appear. So they will means we have put this in this way that feature will appear above then content, but the sequence of display we have changed through animation pane, right? Then comes the animations we have done. Let's come to review part. Yeah, review part we start with. Again, review is like you are reviewing the slides of your student or somebody else. You want to give some comment. You can select the text or something else, like somebody has put this content, select the content and say new comment. You can put your comments and then you can communicate these comments along with the slides to the respective student. This is to delete the comment, all the comments you want to delete or some specific comment you want to delete. This is to move between the comments, and this is to show the comment pane where all the comments will appear. Just yeah, comments pane is appearing over here. So another important thing is, let's say you want to check the spellings of some content. Let's say I have written tribute, but I have wrongly written it, right? And you want to check the spellings of some of your written content. Just select that, click on spelling. It will give you the various options related to spellings, like what word it can be actually. So if I select, yeah, tribute, this looks fine. So just select on that, click on change. So it will be changed to tribute, right? And then I can also use this translate, right? Let's say I want to write pay tribute to goddess Saraswati, and I want to translate it to Hindi. What I can do is I can select this content, I can click on translate, and I can click on translate selected text. Then it will, as I've selected that, it should be converted from English to Hindi, right? So from here, two option you can select to which language you want to translate the text from, English to whatever language you want to translate the text. So I have selected Hindi, so it will be converted to Hindi. Just I need to click on this button, insert. So you can see that the text has been converted to the English text has been translated to Hindi. Devi Saraswati ko Shraddhanjali arpit kar, right? So this tool is also important. If somebody wants to write some content in Hindi, he can type in English and just click on translate. It will be converted to the specific content, right? Then from here you can select the proofing language. Like you are working in English, so select your proofing language as English, so that when it does the spell check or translation, so it will consider that the text is written in English, right? So start inking means you want with sometimes you want to write with your hand, like I show you this kind of content. You want to write something with your mouse, so you can start uh, using this option, start inking. Then eraser is available to you. Like you'll get various tools which are available in Paint over here, right? Then over here, highlighter option is also available. You want to highlight something, so you can use highlighter from here. Convert to shapes means, let's say you have created a shape and you want it to be perfect. So you can click on convert to shapes. Whatever now you'll draw now, it will be converted to a particular shape if it finds well. Yeah, it will be converted to rectangle, right? So it's like paint only, right? You can change the color, you can change the thickness of your pen, and you can use eraser, highlighter, other objects as well, right? Rectangle, etc. But it's not coming up anyway. So this is how we can use inking tool. So just close this option. Then we move on to view option, where you can see that if you want to view the ruler, this is the ruler. Then you click on the ruler option. If you want to view the grid lines, you can click on that one. You can see that grid lines are appearing now. You can want to just you want to see this kind of guides, then you can click on this guide option, and so on. Now this view which you are seeing is the normal view of the PowerPoint presentation. If you want to shift to outline view, you click on this outline view where you can see the actual slide and the outlines related to each slide on the left hand side. Slide sorter view is also there where you can see various slides uh, which are coming up here in a sorted view. Notes page means you must have seen that just so here you can add your notes now related to your individual slides. So if you click on notes page, it will be highlighted. It will appear in a zoomed way, right? So here you can see whatever you have written in your notes page. Reading view is also available. If you want to read the contents of your slide, you can click on the reading view and you can zoom from here. If you want to zoom your slides, then colored option you want to see, grayscale option you can select. Then we come to this, yeah, black and white option is there. Arrange all means if you have opened multiple PowerPoint presentations, so how do you want to arrange all the presentations, whether you want it a cascaded view, whether you want to switch to some other presentation. And this is then slide master is also there. Slide master is actually the master slide for all the presentations. So whatever changes you are going to make in the slide, it will appear in all the slides in your presentation. Let's say I select this thing and I change the font, right? I select italic, that it should be italic, my title should come in italic, right? So when I go back to my normal view, so you'll see that title is coming out as in italics, so it will be applied to every slide. So master slide, whatever changes you will make in the master slide, now it will be applied to all the slide, right? Then here this is the master slide for notes page. This is the master slide for all the slides. And handout master is like you give handouts to your students now of all the slides. So this is the master slide for that, whether you want to appear it in this way or you want to change the orientation, you want it to be landscape, or how many slides do you want in a handout. Currently it is showing you 6 slides, whether you want 2 slides, whether you want 4 slides, 9 slides, it's up to you, right? Date, page number, whatever you want to appear on your handouts, that can also be changed. Themes, colors, fonts, effects also, right? Then the review we have done, view we have done, animations we have done, slideshow. You normally start your slideshow from the current slide, right? So if you want to start it from beginning, click over here, your slideshow will begin from the first slide. If you want to begin the slideshow from the current slide, let's say you are here, or even if you are on the first slide, you say I want to begin my slideshow from current slide. So you are here, so it will be begin from the current slide. It will begin from the current slide. Then you can also custom your slideshow by including the slides which you want in your slideshow. Let's say I only want slide 1, slide 1 add, slide 2, then add. So let's say you are having hundreds of slides in a presentation, but in actual slideshow you want to show only 10 slides. So just select those slides, add those slides, and the slideshow will be consisting of only those slides only, right? Then you can also record your slideshow. Let's say you want to practice, you want to see that if I want to if I'm going to present my thesis in front of the evaluators, so how much time it will take to present my slides. So you can just record your slideshow, start recording from beginning, and you speak something over every slide, it will get recorded. So at the end, when you stop recording, and then when you play your recording, you'll be able to see what did you say over every slide, about every slide, and how much time did you take uh, while explaining that slide. So this is also important. You can record your slides, whatever you want to speak about the slides, and then you can see how was your presentation, and you can improve upon your presentations, right? So this is again an important tool. There is one more thing, use presenter view. So use presenter view is actually like you are presenting in front of so many people, and you want two kinds of views. You want a slideshow, normal slideshow presenter view on the screen, uh, the audience screen, and you want different speaker view on your screen. So you can select alt F5, right? Alt F5. So this kind of view will appear on your screen, whereas normal screen slideshow will appear on the audience screen. So what is the benefit over here is that you can see what is the next slide, you can see the upcoming slide, which slide will come next, and you can also see your notes here, so that it can help you in speaking about your slide. So this is also quite important. And then there are some options available over here also, shortcuts available to you over here also: undo, redo option, save option, and minimize, restore, etc. uh, then other options are like, you want to take a printout of your slides, you can take one page on means one slide on one page, or you want to let's say we have print all slides, but we want that each page contains 4 slides, because usually let's say you are having hundreds of slides in your presentation, but you don't want to take print over hundreds of pages, right? You want that one page should display 4 slides. So you can select this option, and then each page will be consisting of 4 slides, so that you can complete the print in 25 pages only of 100 slides, right? And then landscape orientation is also available, portrait orientation is also available, right? Number of copies you want to take print, the printer option, right? So this is available to you. Then right, so I think this was all from my side. I've explained all the important points, whatever whichever was required for creating an effective presentation. If you have any queries, you can ask.